Escape from Tarkov is a punishing game for new players, and even players with a good bit of experience. There's next to nothing in-game that explains the basic concepts such as ammo efficiency, map locations, and extracts, as well as any real changelog unless you know where to look. I'm Gaz, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to walk you through some of the absolute best resources for both new and experienced players, sites and places that I reference while playing Tarkov on an almost daily basis. If you have any resources of your own, drop them in the comments for others to see and use. I'm going to format this video a little bit like a listicle, but in no particular order as they all offer information of various usefulness. Straight off, I'm going to recommend a site that is a total no-brainer, the Escape From Tarkov wiki. The wiki is the absolute top location to go for almost everything from quest steps and guides to key information, stats on meds, item spawns, and other similar info. The Tarkov wiki team update these pages at an incredibly quick pace, which is surprising given just how often things change in the game. It's your one-stop shop for almost everything to get you started and progressing in EFT. Next up, a simple and concise ammo helper from No Food After Midnight. EFT-ammo.com, formerly a Google Doc created and updated by NoFam, has a complete list of all bullets in the game, along with things like their base damage, chance to penetrate armors, fragmentation chances, and a whole lot of other valuable information about ammo that is incredibly useful to new players. A huge amount of the time, if you can learn what the meta and just below meta ammo is for each caliber, you'll have no issue deciding which ammo and ammo boxes to pick up in raid, either to use for yourself or to sell for a big profit on the flea market. This site is also just a great place for figuring out how you should be using your weapons. If you've got ammo with more flesh damage, you'll want to aim for legs, as this stuff is much less likely to penetrate armor. On the flip side, anything with high penetration usually does a lot less straight damage, but if you can get through some top tier armors and helmets, you'll quickly dispatch opponents if you hit your shots. All of the information is available at EFT-ammo.com. Go and check it out. A favourite of mine in the early to mid wipe is the Escape From Tarkov field guide, which can be found at EFTFG.com. The Escape From Tarkov field guide is, well, it's a field guide, and something that should be referenced for things like key spawn and usage locations, hidden cache locations, flea market prices and required items for tasks and hideout upgrades. New players will get a lot of great info on extractions, hidden cache runs for money, and key spawns and locations for use. Some of the maps on this site are less cluttered and more understandable if you're looking just for a specific quest item then need to extract, after which you can move on to some of the more advanced maps. I personally still use the field guide on a daily basis to figure out which items I need to keep that are found in raid for quests, so I can turn those items in straight away when the task rolls around. I also use the flea market prices as a quick reference guide on which items are worth selling on the flea, which items I should keep as they may go up in value, and which items I should just vendor. This is a great tool and one that I have open whenever I'm playing Tarkov. When it comes to detailed maps, mapgenie.io is king. The maps here will show you everything from spawns, extracts, caches, duffel bags, keys, scav spawns, and a whole lot more. Importantly, it's interactive too, meaning if you're not looking for loot and instead only need to see, say, scav spawns, sniper scav spawns and extracts, you can toggle everything else off, making the map much easier and cleaner to read. Unfortunately, the lighthouse and reserve maps on this site are still in beta and are only available to pro members, so you might need to look elsewhere for these maps for now. If this list has been useful to you so far, a like rating goes a long way to supporting me and the channel. Thanks for your support. Things change constantly in Escape From Tarkov, and a lot of the small changes are not widely publicised as they appear in a hotfix without mention from Battlestate. The best place to stay up to date with this information is tarkov-changes.com. This site is primarily run by @LogicalSolution on Twitter, and will routinely be updated with any changes and tweaks that happen between patches that aren't announced by Battlestate, as well as patch notes from each major patch. I'll talk more about what to expect from this in the next section. As well as being a place to chat and have fun interactions with whichever communities you're a part of, Twitter is also home to a few Twitter accounts that are great places to stay updated with the game. The Battlestate Games Twitter, which is @bstategames, will routinely tweet about upcoming server downtime and maintenance, new updates and patch notes. Logical Solution runs tarkov-changes.com, which, as already mentioned, keeps players up to date on small changes in hotfixes, such as boss spawn chances, and the recent tweak to grenades and mags not being allowed in the secure container. Finally, other YouTubers will routinely tweet entertaining and useful tips, so it's worth checking out Tarkov Twitter, even if you don't subscribe to their channel. You can follow me on Twitter too, @Gazabyte, where I'll usually tweet about my frustration with the game, cool things that happen in game, and other YouTube and Tarkov related stuff. Last but certainly not least is my YouTube channel. I primarily focus on guides and tips to help you improve at Escape from Tarkov, regardless of if you're a complete beginner or have been playing the game for years and are still picking up on small tips here and there. If that's something you're interested in, I have a reasonable back catalogue of videos like this, with more to come very soon. And that's the list. There are plenty of great resources here, and I'm sure you guys will leave comments with even more that I've forgotten about or haven't heard about yet. Drop them down in the comments. Again, if you found this video helpful, a like rating is the best thing you can do to support the channel. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.